Yes. What is up, everybody? Welcome back or welcome to Optimal Self Live. My favorite part of the day to get to sit up in my chair, sit back, and talk to you about little things that can bring us and allow us to live to our optimal self. So, again, thank you guys so much for jumping on. Thank you for joining us. I do not take your time lightly. I do not take it for granted. I love every single one of you that chooses to jump in. That's why I always say welcome back, because I know you could spend your time anywhere. And if you're coming back, that means hopefully you're getting something, or someone in your life is getting something from this, and you guys are enjoying it, and we are driving the force for each and every one of us to be the best version of ourselves, right? And if it's welcome to, well, thank you so much for joining us. If this is your first time, I really appreciate it. I can't say enough how much it means to me to be able to sit back and really just read the comments, the quotes, the things that are happening in your lives, and hopefully one day we're going to share this on a level where we can all actually get together and high five, or even better yet, give a hug to one another and really truly support each other in person. I really look forward to that day. So again, welcome back or welcome to. Again, these are just little 5 to 8 minute conversations that we want to, again, plant seeds, right? In order for you to harvest anything, you got to plant the seeds. You have to nurture it. You got to water it so that it can grow. And so what we're going to do here in these little conversations is plant some seeds around some things that will ultimately grow and lead us to our optimal self, to lead us to being the best version of ourselves. All right? So let's get after it. So today, what we're going to talk about and what has been, that's came up today, and it's something that weighs heavy on my heart all the time, is a little word called standards. And the reason why standards are so heavy is because when you start to actually have standards for yourself, there's some people in your life that have been in your lives your whole life, that have been connected to you, even family members, that will fall off to the side. They will fall away because they either don't want to live to that standard, or they really don't want what's best for you. And, it's been a masquerade this whole time. And now when you start to truly have standards and you force people around you to either come and raise to those standards, sometimes they just can't, or sometimes they don't want to. And that at times hurts us, because we're like, wow, I really did X, Y, or Z for that person, or I really did, love that person, and now they're no longer around because they can't live to that standard. But let me tell you something. As hard as that is, it's harder to live life without a standard, right? Because those people in life, they don't stand for anything. They're not going after anything that they want. They're not trying to be the best version of themselves. They're trying to be what everybody else wants them to be. You see the difference? Because when you're with that group and they're eating hamburgers and french fries at wherever, then that's what I'm doing. And if this group over here is eating spinach and chicken breasts at such and such, then that's what I do. And if this person is drinking and excessive whatever, that's what I do. That's somebody without any standards. That's somebody who's just trying to please the people around them, trying to be cool and one of the cool kids. The worst part about that is you grow into adulthood and you keep those things going, and that you just fall into the traps of what other people want for their life, and maybe it's not or it's probably not what you want for yours. So you have to ask yourself, do I have standards? And here's the thing, you need to be that standard. If you have children, I've said this in past, right? You cannot tell your child, hey, go make your bed. And then when they go walk by your room, your bed's not made. You have to be the standard. You have to stand up. You have to show the way. People are never going to do what you say. They're going to watch what you do. Your actions are the truth of who you are. So if you want a better life, if you want a better world, you've got to raise the standard and you got to live to that standard. You have to be that standard, right? Because remember this, the thing about having standards, the most important piece of this is that when you start to have standards, when you start to have boundaries of who you want to be and what you want for this life and how you want to live this life, saying no to things that don't serve you becomes easy. So right now, if you're fighting yourself of what to say no to, of when somebody's going to do something and you just want to tag along because you just can't say no, or somebody wants something from you and you just can't say no because you're constantly trying to please everybody else, that it's not actually living to your standard or pleasing you. It's because your standard is broken. You're not focused. You're not understanding. You don't have your standard. Because the moment you get standards, the moment you be the standard, it's so easy to say no to what doesn't serve you, to what doesn't serve your life. And that's where we get into trouble, right? Because remember this, everything you're saying yes to in your life right now means you're saying no to something else. And you might not even know what that no is for, because you're saying yes to so many things. But this is where we have to now navigate ourselves. We now have to focus on ourselves and say, what is my goal? What do I want? Because the moment you know what that is, the moment you get clear on what you want, it's very easy to say no, because it says, does this lead me too closer or farther away from my goal? Farther away? Good, that's a no. I'm out. Sorry. Yes, I love you. Yes, it's okay, but I'm going to say no to that. But if it's in alignment and it's getting me closer, then it's an easy yes. But when you start to create standards for yourself, you allow yourself to start to be the best version of you. Because now the things that serve me, the things that I need, the things that I want, I can actually focus on and I can actually say yes to. I remember reading or watching a documentary on Steve Jobs, and something stuck with me really, really deep when he said they have revolutionized the way that we use telephones, listen to music. Changed the world completely. Completely. Like, some pretty amazing things if you think about it. And it was even crazier to hear him say, I'm more proud of the things we said no to so that we could bring the few products that we've brought to the world. We had to say no to 10, 12, 15,000 other products and ideas so that we could bring the few that have now revolutionized the way that we live. Think about that for a second. More proud of the things I said no to. That's how you should start feeling about your life. That's how you should start feeling for you. You should not feel bad about saying no to giving up something that's not in alignment and doesn't take you to the life that you want and the life that you deserve. That's the truth. Imagine that. Imagine in those final days of your life, you can actually say, I'm super proud of what I said no to. Why? Because I had standards. Why? Because I had boundaries. And that's why I got where I went. That's why I get to live the life that I live. Imagine saying that to yourself. It's all possible. It is all possible. It's all for you. But remember, you've got to first live to the standard. You have to be the standard. So figure it out. What is that goal? And again, ask yourself, who do you want to be? Who? And now create standards around that person, and then watch your behavior guide you. Watch how great your success gets. Watch how your behavior guides you to being your optimal self. So here you go. Action item for today. Who do you want to be? Answer that question. And then create standards around that person so that your behavior, because now you're going to be clear. And when I'm clear on the path, the behavior follows, and that behavior will lead you to the best version of you. Yes, it will. All right? That's what I got for you. I love this stuff. I had an amazing time. When this word came up earlier today, I thought, oh man, I can't wait to talk to these guys about it. I can't wait to bring this out because I just love it. I love standards and I love boundaries and I love to set them as high as I can possibly and live to it as hard as you possibly can. I want to see that for you. You have the support. That's what this is all about. No judgment. Nobody here is right or wrong. Optimal self is you. The best version of you, not somebody else's version. This is your version. You get to write the story. You get to pen this thing. Stop listening to everybody else. Stop worried about the fear of their opinions. Doesn't matter if they're family members or longtime friends. None of that matters. It matters what's inside of you and what you want. Who do you want to be? Create those standards. Be those standards and live to your optimal self. All right, that's what I got for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. As I say each and every day, and I'll never stop saying it, is I can't touch everyone. Us at Optimal Self, the people behind the scenes, everybody that makes this happen, we can't touch everyone. There's somebody in your life right now that you could help, that they should listen or that they could see. They're struggling. They're struggling. And they just need that thing. They just need that thing to click. And I don't know which one it will be, but just share it with them. Let them be part of it, right? Let them listen, and hopefully they'll come along with us, and we can help them get on the journey of being the best version of themselves. So please, share, like, comment. Thank you so much. The emails and the messages that come through are literally priceless. It really is. It drives me. It gets me out of bed. It makes me so excited to get to these days with you guys. So keep them coming. And as always, jump over to optimalself.today and get pre-registered. And here's my ask. You ready? I know we're far into this. Probably most people are gone. We're past the 8 or 9 minutes, but check this out. Please, wherever you listen to podcasts, if it's iTunes or Stitcher or Spotify or Google, to whatever it is, please go there and subscribe. The Optimal Self podcast is live. It's in its coming soon phase, but you can get there and subscribe so that the moment those first episodes drop, you're going to get a copy, right? It'll notify you. So please subscribe, comment. We love it. We need your help. We need your help. We need to get this out to as many people as we can. All right? All right, guys. Have an amazing night. Have an amazing day. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.